Capo, you guys. Who's here today? For some of y'all to get on. Y'all busy. It's a busy time, I guess. But I'm at Mason Neck Park. Mason Neck Park is not really, well, it's a big park, but here, hello, Walter. Here, a lot of people here don't go here, and this is like my first time at this park. And it's so quiet, y'all can hear it. It's peaceful. It looks like squirrels just sitting right in front of me. Yes. Like the squirrels just chilling. Like they've been there for like, I've been here for like 10 minutes. Look how beautiful it is. Lito. And that's the Chesapeake Bay right there. So all of this right here is connected to that other park that I went to. Well, two of the other parks. What's that one called? Slicevania, and then it's another one over there. Y'all must be really busy today. Ain't a lot of folks on. But let me see if I can find a better map. So I was looking at the map here, and it's basically showing you Alito, where the Dogue Indians used to live. So I don't feel like walking all the way up there right now. You say if you was a hawk, you'd get a squirrel the blues. What? Let me see if I can find the map for y'all. And I got this new thing holding up my phone. So if it's shaky, don't blame me. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can look on that map. Oh yeah, it's a good view. So you see this huge land, Halito. And then right here, Dogue Trail. They spell it different all the time. But we know this whole area by the water was their town. Right? And this is what they use the Tasha tours. But this is what this is the common theme, especially in Virginia, probably everywhere, is them putting towns on top of our old cities. Okay, Frank, I don't know what. Okay. But anyways, so that's exactly what's going on here. Okay. It's too far for me to walk right now. I'm not really good. I don't feel that good. So I'm not going to do all that walking. Where you guys go? I don't see. Oh, here you go. I just wanted to point that out because I was out here. So y'all know what the game is. And just like I showed y'all at the Slicevania part, what they did was they took the towns, right? Enslaved the people or removed the people. And then they built the plantation there. And then the other common theme seems to be that after, I guess, people sell the plantation or they lose the property, the state comes and buys it and turns it into a park. Hope you can hear me clear. And you said, where's Little Bear? Little Bear is with his dad. It's his time. So, yeah, Little Bear would love it. They got the playground open. I'm going to bring them back to it. I'm going to bring them back to the park. Just walk around a little bit. How y'all doing today? Pisha Kuna, Litu Maquita. Is it Marquita or Marquetta? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Y'all know I mess up folks' names. Yeah, but you know, this is a nice part. Let me show y'all. It's beautiful out here. This new holster is shaky, y'all. I'm sorry. I was trying to be less shaky without holding it in my own hands, but this is still shaky. Are you chilling? You said Lake Central Park, aka Seneca Village, New York. Exactly, that's the common theme. It's a common theme. And you know, going to these parks, you see how diverse the land was and how our ancestors were able to live off the land. All this land by the water was prime real estate, fertile for the women to farm, right? Because most of the women farmed. And our culture's over here in the Tidewater. Oh, and somebody had made, who was it? I think Aboriginal Willie made on Instagram. He made a post talking about the women and the culture with the women. When the women wanted a divorce, they would just put the men's stuff outside, right? So that was a common theme of the cultures here. And that was like the last resort. It wasn't like people playing games, being immature, and just putting people's stuff out. That was the last resort after they already spoke with the elders and things like that to see if they could fix the marriage. A woman had to make the decision, keep it going or move them out, right? Lito Damon. So this is another part of culture that we still continuing today. And I know people, you know, today people are a little bit more immature, but it's still genetic memory that the women have. Throwing the stuff out on the streets. Y'all see it in Common's video. What was the other video? It was another video. The woman threw the stuff out in the street. And y'all see it in real life, right? So that's where that cultural thing is coming from. Yeah, y'all must be busy. This must be the party time because y'all there's usually more people on here. I wish I can give y'all a better view of this water, but I don't want to go over this fence because they put this fence here for a reason. What was I talking about, y'all? The women. Yeah, that's one of the cultural things. Like people emphasize, see a lot of people emphasizing polygamy, right? And how some of the tribes were polygamous or people, when it really was more of an individual thing, right? Everybody was not polygamous, even in tribes that practiced polygamy. All the men did not have time for that, or they could not afford to do that, right? Nor did all the women want to participate in that. So that's something that people misconstrued. And then it was different then. It wasn't for sexual reasons or stuff like that. All the women owned the houses, so all the women had their own house. They weren't together like, what is that show? Sister Wives. They were not, is that a rabbit? That wasn't something that we did. Lito, hey cousin, Lito. So that's another aspect of it. But y'all see, I just been walking for a couple minutes, and you can see how deep all this area is, and you can imagine how big the town was. You saw on the map. You said mandatory vaccines. I don't think they can do that. You can't legally do that. They couldn't do it for the flu. Why would they be able to do it for this thing, who's killing less people than the flu? But that's a whole nother subject. You know, the whole thing, I think they're doing way too much. Lito, they're doing way too much for this pandemic. When people were getting sick and dying and stuff like that for many years from the flu. And none of this stuff was done. Like some of the stuff is like, y'all should have been washing your hands, right? Y'all should have been washing your hands. You should have been social distancing anyways, especially people working in restaurants and stuff. You should have been cleaning the tables. This is pretty down here. It's simple stuff. Like why now they got to tell people to wash the tables down after people use it, wash the register down. Simple stuff. Should have been done. Oh, let me let y'all see this. Beautiful. So quiet out here. There's people over there, the area I've left at. It's quiet out here though. Oh, what the fuck? Look at this water. This don't look right. Lito. Ain't nothing moving up in there. You know that's toxic as hell. Y'all know this is toxic. Why it's looking. This don't look right. If you're in the woods and this is the last thing to drink, y'all better go and be thirsty. I would not drink this stuff. Even if you boil this stuff, this is not good. You want to get moving water, fresh water that's moving. Right? Lito. Y'all quiet today. Y'all usually got some genealogy questions and stuff. Oh, another thing I was going to say about this area, let me turn it back to me, you look like a weirdo, is that this is Mason Neck. So for some of y'all doing your genealogy, oh, this is nice. You will see Mason Neck come up on your, for some of your ancestors that lived out here, right? A lot of the founding fathers lived in Mason Neck. Political people and stuff like that. The Huguenots lived out here. You said you're scared of height. No, this is not up high. This is not up high. Oh, great. We're water level almost. Almost water level. But like I said, the Huguenots and different people like that. George Washington, they lived not too far from here. Oh, no problem. You said thank you for educating y'all. I'm just trying to help. It's another group. Oh, goodness, I just saw them on the way in here. Colchester. Some of y'all are related to these people. Yeah, some of us are unfortunately unwilling. You know, Karen. You don't know what other folks is doing. And that's not even your fault. As people, you find out somebody married or something like that. How can you help that? All you can do is make sure your side of the street is clean, right? And just separate yourself from those people. Because you know they don't have good intentions for you. They're very selfish. They don't have good intentions to let people know what's up. All right? So if you want to be involved in polygamy, you need to let everybody know up front and let them choose. Right? That's some weak ass stuff. Excuse my language, y'all. It's some weak stuff when people do stuff like that, but yeah, this is this beautiful park. So this park, Mason Neck Park, I know I'm skipping around. That's how I'm feeling right now. Oh, shit. All right, I think I'm about to turn around. So excuse me, I'm messing up today. It's one of the later videos. So yeah, this area here, Mason Neck Park, is voted the best. I think currently is the best park in America. At least that's what their sign said out front. They're trying to brag. Oh shit. I better not see no snake out here. See, y'all, they got me cussing today, thinking about these snakes. these real snakes and these people snakes. We cussing today. Oh, look at this, y'all. Okay. Some of y'all messaging me while y'all see I'm online. See, I'm live. Look at this. You see that exterior wall too. And I sure don't do any type of snakes. I sure don't, Jermaine. So you only need one empress. Yes, it's a lot. People act like this stuff is, they take things as a fantasy, but people in dealing with multiple people, it's like, how do y'all have the time to do that stuff? I don't get it. You're not going to get much done. Look how beautiful this is. This is like picturesque out here. Karen, I know the truth. I know they was afraid of me. That will expose their ass. It's cute. Oh, look, I'm cussing again. I'm sorry. You said snakes are not your friend. Do you know about the Taylors from Chesterfield? Oh, yes. Yes, the Taylor. They're from the Wyandotte. The Wyandotte tribe. That's my people, the Wyandotte. From Charles City. Damon, you're related to those Taylors too? So the Taylors from the Wyandotte, a lot of them left and they joined. Let me turn it back to myself. I feel like a weirdo. A lot of the Taylors, they left and they joined the Meherins and the Nottoway. And those tribes, ooh, this is not good out here. And those tribes out there. Y'all laughing at me today. I'm cussing and acting a fool out here. But yeah, the Taylors are Wyandotte. And we say Wyandotte. We say Wyandotte here, but it's Wyandotte. Okay, Wyandotte. That's how our ancestors said it. And some of the Wyandotte married in with the Cherokee too later on. So the Wyandotte and the Iroquois tribes were enemies, hence why we call the Nottoway. The Nottoway called them snake-like people. And Iroquois means snake-like people too, like slippery, sneaky people. Speaking of the snakes that we're talking about, right? Let me turn around. So I really don't want to see a real snake today. But I just stepped on something. What was that? But yeah, the Iroquois and the Algonquian language means snake person, snake-like person. And Nottoway means sneaky traitor. Okay? That's why a band from the Nottoway wanted to go back to the original Cheronaka name. Okay. You say, I had the same mentality, but they have their place. Just learn cautious and learn identification markings. For which snakes, Karen? Which ones? For these people snakes, it's kind of hard to tell, right? What about the Hancocks? Somebody asked me about the Hancocks before. John Hancock. Those people were from here, Mason Neck. John Hancock. I think he actually lived here, but his family's from Mason Neck. You said you found them in your genealogy? Yeah, they're from the Wyandotte. We say Waynoke. The Virginians, we know how to butcher some names. I'm just saying. Wyandotte. That's what our people say in the Parton language. Wyandotte. Wyandotte has something to do with what does it mean again? I think it has something to do with streams. You said you have Taylors from Lewis County and Charleston. Yeah, those are the same people, the Wyandotte. So, I have Taylor too, actually. I always forget about the Taylor. Which answer? She married into the Andersons. Francine Taylor. It's my ancestor. She married a Pamunkey. No, she married a Scottish man. But she was Powhatan descent. So we had assumed that she was Pamunkey. Or maybe she's half Pamunkey. That was back in 1700s or something like that. Y'all let me know when it's close to 8:30 because the park closed and I can't see the time when I'm on here talking to y'all. And I'm getting bit up by these, oh my gosh, I got too much perfume or something on. I'm getting bit up. And ain't nobody in this park, so I need to be out where all the people are. You said, why are so many Taylors in Mississippi? Well, the connection with Mississippi and Virginia is when Mississippi opened up with that whole Louisiana Purchase. A lot of the Virginia people saw opportunity to go there and start plantations or work on the mills and stuff that others created there. All right. So the Taylors, whether they were black or so-called black, excuse me, or so-called white, they were mostly prominent people, like free people of color and things like of that sort. You said Virginia doesn't have a professional sports team. Well, a lot of the professional sports teams started in Virginia. We had a whole bunch of them in the beginning of a lot of these leagues, like the ABA and stuff like that. And they chose to move them to Charlotte and Washington, D.C. Right, so we used to have, what is that team called? One that Julie Servin, Dr. J used to play on. It was in Virginia Beach. There was a couple teams. And they were working to bring, I think, a football team to Virginia. But you know, Redskins was hating. Huh? You on the E-bus? What you talking about? Yep. You said 7. Okay. I got some time then, thank you. I don't have McGill in my family. I don't think I have any Irish or Irish sounding surnames. But that could be Scottish too. Mostly have the Highlander descent of Scottish. And y'all know those were the melanated clans, mostly. Can't talk for all of them. All right, it's getting dark. Hey, how y'all doing? Who's this? Hamilton. Do I have Austins? No, I don't. Tolberts. I knew a lot of Tolberts. There's a lot of Tolberts in Virginia. Hey, Big Bolt. So what is the Indian-Egyptian African connection? Oh, that's a whole nother video in itself. And people have been asking questions. That's almost like the theme of this week for me. But there's a lot of misconceptions with that. Hold on, let me get out of here because it's getting dark. And then I'll answer that question. Yeah, I love nature. Like, I woke up with a headache. So I was like, I need to come out into nature today. That usually helps. And it's usually pre-COVID, it's usually powwow season. So I would go to a powwow on a Friday or Saturday. And I would feel better because, you know, the drums are healing. It's not just noise and music. It's actually a healing vibration that comes from the drums, and that's why we did it. But they close the powwows down early. Hargis? No, I never heard of that surname. You said Tolberts are in Virginia. They are my mother's father's side, West Virginia. Historical Society is supposed to send me information on the Taylors and the McGills. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about the McGills. I think I went to school with one dude. It's a McGill, but he was a blonde. It's a blonde dude. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't have to identify yourself here. It's what I'm thinking, like, who is this? That's how I identify you in my head, so not by your screen name. Get back to the natural herbs, and they're all around us called weeds. Too many. Yes, there's a whole bunch of them out here today, too. Got a spider web on me. Helito, cousin. Let's see. Yeah, it's a lot of herbs out here. Yes, dandelion root. That's exactly what I've been studying, especially now that I'm doing the natural products. Peace, Terry. Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly what we need to be doing. And that's why these people lived here. Hold on, let me show you all of this stuff. How it's growing. It's not by coincidence. The women will purposely mix up different plants and grow them together between like the corn and beans and the squash. So when the Europeans came here, they thought it was junk. They called it weeds. And they tried to cut a lot of it down, but they didn't know that it was healing medicine that the women, oh my gosh, these spider webs are getting me, y'all. But they didn't know it was healing medicine that the women were cultivating out here. Okay. He said, did you say Labach? That's my dad's mom's side. She's Creole. No, I didn't say Labach. Yeah, I've heard of that surname though. You said Laveau and Dupree. Oh yeah, those are notorious families in Louisiana. Hey, we in Gabo, April. Okay, let me see if anybody's still out here. I got an app to get back what they took from us, our ancient knowledge and knowing of herbs. Yeah, Michael, let me know. I know you're not on Facebook much anymore. Yeah, let me know about the app, because that would be really good. Shit. These thing bugs got me cussing. Oh my gosh. Hey y'all, let me sit down on this bench. It's a brand new bench too. Y'all laughing at me? This is live. This is live, y'all. I be trying to censor myself, but these bugs. To know the children are watching. Said Virginia Squad. Hey, Michael. The other Michael. Yeah. Oh, the field trip. Yes, the field trip again. You see, you said, how do I find out I was Native? Um, it's always been said in our family, and I was the one that's kind of like went to look for the records. But it was a point, like I told people before, you said how tall I am? 5'5". It was a point that my great-grandmother and my grandmother together, they kind of told me the family history, and I just thought they were crazy. And I told some of y'all before about my great-grandmother talking about we came from Mexico and migrated here, and they were Indians. But if some of y'all know who my great-grandmother was. And if you see her, you would not think she was Indian, right? That was the misconception at the time. We thinking that Indians looked like Tonto, at least looked like Sally Richardson, right? But my grandma, she was she was very dark skinned, beautiful woman. She had beautiful long hair. Her hair was like, you see how curly my hair? Her hair was like naturally like wavy though. But I just assumed that her ancestors were from Africa. So one day I asked her, like, what do you know about our ancestors from Africa? And she laughed at me, y'all. She was like, baby, we ain't from no Africa. What are you talking about? She's like, those African people are beautiful, but we're not them. We're not from Africa. We're from right here, right? Our people migrated from Mexico. He said, Sally Richardson. Yeah, her daughter looks closer to Sally Richardson, right? But she is very, who would she look closer to? I'm trying to think. She, I don't know. I don't think she really looks like a celebrity. Maybe Foxy Brown or something. Her kind of look, my great grandmother. So I would not, that's not the first person you would assume was an Indian, right? Especially back in the day before we knew a lot of this information. But she said she came from a long line of Mattapanai. Pam Grier. No, my grandmother actually looks like Pam Grier. Her daughter looks like Pam Grier. But yeah, she was a dark-skinned woman. And she just told me all this stuff, and I just thought she was crazy. Yes, that Foxy Brown the rapper. Foxy Brown the rapper, not Pam Grier. But they both look like Foxy Brown, then, if you want to say that. My great-grandmother looks like Foxy Brown the rapper, and my grandmother looks like Pam Grier, the actress, okay? Because she looks like her father. But anyway, what was I talking about, y'all? Now my mind went blank because I hear people talking over in the trail. But yeah, she basically sat me down and told me, yeah, we're not from Africa. She laughed at me. She said, we're not from Africa, baby. We're from right here. She said, we always been here, right? We didn't come from nowhere else. That's what she said. We always been on this continent, and we migrated up from Mexico. Before that, we were in South America, right? And I'm like, you're a crazy lady. You know, you're really from Africa. So I was thinking. And then, like, the stuff that she was saying, like, this woman is not, like, she's not no college. She wasn't a college professor or nothing. She was a regular housewife, and she worked part-time, like, at a hotel and stuff. So it's not like she studied history and all these things. So all of the stuff that she was telling me, after she died, a lot of that stuff I start seeing it in history. I had talked to this professor that I had in school, and he was telling me that I should start studying American Indian history, because he's like, it's neglected and nobody's studying. He's like, especially with you having that heritage, which at the time I would say I'm part or whatever. Even though I always would say I'm 75%, 80%, he would say they need more people to study this. And if you want to get, at the time I wanted to get into archaeology and stuff, he said that would be the perfect thing to do, but they don't give people funding. They really don't want people to know about the people who were here before, because of course it makes them look bad, right? So doing my search, looking at that history, I was like, this is the stuff my great-grandmother was telling me, right? And I started looking into the Mayans, as they called them, and the Olmecs. We know these are misnomers. And I was like, me and my brother were watching something on the Olmecs, and we both looked at each other, and we were like, this is what great-grandmother said. This is her people she's talking about, right? The she people. That's why I used the name she, TashaXi, right? That's not my real name. I'm not Chinese, because the Chinese have a she too, but that's for the Xi'ans, which is a different group of people. You said, anybody found African ancestry? That's another thing. So when I went searching for my ancestry, she actually, one of the last things she wanted, one of the last conversations, the second to the last conversation we had, is she wanted me to write a family history, sort of like Alex Haley. All right, but she kept saying, we ain't from Africa. She was like, Alex Haley ain't from Africa either. She don't know what he's talking about. She laughed at the roots thing. She was like, people actually believe this crazy foolishness. She was like, Alex Haley's from Virginia. He ain't from no dang on Africa. But anyways, so that was one of the things she wanted me to do, to write the family history. So I started doing the genealogy. This is 2006, right? I started doing this genealogy. She passed, and she eventually passed the same year. And the stuff I was finding was not, I was like, I don't see any Africans in here. I'm not finding Africans. I'm not finding slaves. I'm finding free people of color. So it kind of blew my mind, because I'm like, why did Alex lie to us? Why did these people lie to us? Why did Skip? All these people had us thinking that we all was from Africa. And even if some people find Africans in their tree, you're not going to find the whole tree full of Africans, right? For me, I have not found any, right? I have not found slaves. So the whole thing is just like, you got to look for yourself, because the stuff that they putting out, they have an agenda for trying to tell us that we are from somewhere else, so that we won't fight for the land that's up under us, right? That's exactly what they're trying to do. Y'all, please let me know before it gets 8:30. Okay, I see the time, 8:11. What y'all saying? I know I was about to say something, I forgot what it was. You said you loved how she laughed and gave me the history at the same time. Yeah, she was like, oh no, baby, we ain't from no Africa. It was just like, it was like, you please, you sweet dumb fool. You know how the ladies for the country is. You're like, you sweet dumb fool. We're not from Africa. The way she said, when they call you baby or honey or sweetie, it's like, you was stupid. But she was right. It's just like I had to get that reality check because I was way out there, right? And I was like, I want to get in touch with my African roots and all this stuff. And she was like, baby, we ain't no dang go Africans. She's like, those are beautiful people. No disrespect to them, but that's not us. That's what she said. So, I mean, I was, at the time, I was like, I'm a grandma killer. I'm not going to listen to what she said. I'm going to do her genealogy to prove her wrong. And then I got pie in my face because she was right. So, and then I could say about that. But yeah, so her husband is actually a tailor. He's related to the Francine Taylor that I just told y'all about. And he's from Monkey and Mattapanai and Wanoke. And she was Mattapanai. So yeah, so this lady, I'm like, she is crazy. At the time, it's like, this is 2006. There's no real big information about that. Of course, there was a couple like saying that people from Africa, right? The Africans came here and all this stuff. And okay, I'm like, yeah, I think David Imhotep had that book out. And I was just studying, getting into that type of literature. And for her to say what she said was just like, okay, crazy lady, let me look into what you're saying to prove that you're wrong. But that's the definition of a grandma killer. I'm telling you, that's exactly what I was doing. And I got pie in the face. You said Rose Powerton is also Dogue and Pamunkey. Yeah, she's Taxagoo. Taxon. She's actually from this Fairfax County. We're in Fairfax County. She lives out here somewhere. And I used to live down the street from her Powerton Museum, and I never went. And I feel bad. And then it's like before COVID, I was like, okay, this is the year I'm going to go to the museum, and then COVID hit. And now they messing with us for the whole year. Yeah. Okay, what y'all talking about in these comments? Karen trying to break it up. You said stay focused. Oh no. Okay, let's not get into the main focus is my great grandma said we're not from Africa. That's the main focus of what I was saying. And I lost track of what I was saying. Yeah, but she was talking the pyramids. Yes, she was talking about the pyramids being older than the pyramids in Africa here. She was saying a lot of stuff that we're just finding out now. And a lot of the information I put out to people is from what she said, right? And by going back behind, okay, I hope that's here. Me going back behind what she said and finding the sources and looking up the information. Right, and still today, I personally feel, I know I might sound crazy, I feel like she's guiding me to a lot of this information from the other side, okay? Yes, the DNA tests are not real, okay? I do not believe in those DNA tests. They can find out about a person and their molecular structure and certain things about the diseases they catch and stuff, but they're not going to find out what region on the same planet that we're all from. How can they tell you from this spot on the planet, right? Because these borders are not real, right? Definitely not real. Nope. Uh-oh, Phoenix cousin, chill out. You going off with somebody? Uh-oh. Yeah, let's not get into that stuff. People got their own stuff. We talking about what grandma. That's the main thing we can do is talk about what grandma said. Cause grandma, you gotta trust grandma. She's always right. Yes, DNA connects you, Chelsea. Yeah, they connect you to relatives, and a lot of my relatives have taken DNA tests and have connected to people in these tribes that our families say that we're from. Okay. So, yeah, I wanted to use the DNA for that. Okay, but saying that you from a certain spot, they can't even tell you. They really can't tell you what spot on the planet your people are from because, for one, people migrated, and for two, how are they supposed to know that the people who are currently at the spot are originally from there? Now, they test our DNA up with West Africans when probably 80% of those tribes just migrated to West Africa, what, 1300s? Okay, they just recently got there. So how can they be the standard DNA for testing people from that region? They're not all from there. And currently now is still a whole bunch of people from other parts of Africa migrating there. So how can they really get it right? And then when you ask them to reveal the source of the DNA, they said, oh, our sources are anonymous. So y'all look up all, I've done the research on this. You look up all that information and then you check these DNA sites and they'll tell you this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So can't really, can't really do nothing with that, right? All right, so let me get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna be the only person left in this park. They about to close at 8:30, so I gotta get out of here. Or they gonna lock me in here. I'm gonna be up in here with the ghosts. The ghosts. I'm gonna be in here with the ghosts, y'all. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get this. I got here late, so because it was a storm. Oh goodness, can y'all the Michaels chill out for right now? Y'all chill out. Yeah, but y'all hear the bugs. You can hear these bugs louder than me, right? Yeah, not the ghostesses. It's a bunch of cemeteries down the road. Yeah, but we know, like from the wars and stuff, a lot of people died out here. So, yeah, I think the ranger done left. So I know this is my cue to go. You said, have I been to Oklahoma? Nope, have not been to Oklahoma. But hopefully I'll get to it this year, next year, right? Yeah, I've got to get out here, y'all. I'm trying to put y'all on the dash, but it's going to get dark. So I might just have to end this video and come on later. And let me close it out, y'all. But what I was saying about the DNA is don't put all your eggs in that basket, seriously. Okay, the ranger's coming out. I got to go, y'all. But yeah, don't put all your eggs in that basket. Okay. Yeah, so I'll come back on and do another video about that one, you guys, and then talk about uh, the connection with Egypt. Let me close this door. It's getting on my nerves. Yeah, and talk about the connection with Egypt. And it's not like what some people are saying. That's not disrespect to them. They got, they can interpret or comprehend the research in their own way. But sometimes they leave out clues and stuff that are from the tribes and information from the tribes. It's a DNA matches is all they need with genealogy. Yeah, don't fall for the ethnicity test. Even genealogists will tell you genealogy is the best way to find your family, not from the DNA test. They're just trying to make money, right? Yep, so, all right, y'all. So I'm going to end this video out. Thank you. I appreciate you all, guys. Everybody came on the last minute. It was like 11 of us for a minute. Now it's like 70 people. So I appreciate you all. Please make sure you share my videos out. A lot of people are not seeing my videos or saying they're seeing it for the first time. And they've been, on YouTube for a long time. Please make sure you share my videos out. When y'all share my videos out, it reaches more people and they get this information. Y'all, that video I did on America, the book, y'all shared the heck out of that one. And it's almost up to 200,000 views. And that kind of brought a lot of people into this information, right? So please share it out. That's my main goal, to get more people into the information. This was a happy hour. Oh, it was not even a full hour. Y'all, I usually go for 70 minutes. At least it's only 44, probably 45 minutes. But please, please make sure you share the video out, like the video, leave comments on it because that makes it available for other people to see, okay? And I got like some people, celebrities and stuff following the information. We're just trying to get more people out to view it, right? When you come on talk, I might come on later to talk about Egypt. I might tomorrow, depends on what happens tomorrow. Because I had plans for tomorrow, but I don't know if those still gonna go through. But we'll see. All right. So in the Powhatan language, to say goodbye, we say Anna. So Anna.